Sixth grade. Happy Monday. So your word today is opaque. Go ahead and hit pause to try to figure out a definition or synonym and the part of speech. Pause. Okay, so this diamond is opaque. It must be fake. Okay, so in order to figure out the part of speech, let's start with the word diamond. What part of speech is a diamond? A diamond is a thing. So a diamond is a noun. But what kind of a diamond is it? It's an opaque diamond. So opaque is describing the diamond. Opaque is describing a noun, which makes it an adjective. Fabulous work. So let's try to figure out what this adjective means. I'm going to look at the very last sentence at the bottom because I think that's the most clear definition. If you know what opaque means, that was a nice pun. The ballerina's tights were an opaque pink, revealing none of her skin. Okay, so the tights are opaque. Again, it's an adjective, and the tights are such a way that you can't see through it, right? Because you can't see her skin. So what would you say opaque means? So opaque is the opposite of like crystal clear. So opaque would be kind of cloudy or unclear. So that's why they say the diamond is fake, because it's not clear, it's not see-through. Think about a diamond, it's almost clear like glass, but it's an opaque diamond. So very good, that is what it means to be opaque, kind of cloudy or unclear. Okay, today I have a treat for you. I and my wife, we've put on a play using sock puppets. But we need your help, okay? We couldn't have enough, me and my wife, we couldn't come up with enough voices. So we need you to be the father, okay? AKA Mr. Johansson. So anytime Mr. Johansson speaks, you'll see his lines down at the bottom of the screen. And I need you to read his lines out loud. Holler them out, all right? Here is your purpose as we are watching and performing in this play, okay? You are looking for something that shows up again and again. Okay? Are you ready, Mr. Johansson? And action.
This is the Johansson apartment. Oh, I understand. You are a friend of your neighbors, the Rosens. Sophie Rosen is my friend, that is true. Please, could you speak more softly? My children are asleep. Oh, then you would be so kind to tell me where the Rosens are. I assume that they are at home sleeping. It is 4 o'clock in the morning, after all. The Rosen apartment is empty. We are wondering if they might be visiting their good friends, the Rosens. Well, you would not object if I look around, huh? Please, don't wake my children. There is no need to frighten the little ones. Oh, what is here? Shh, my daughter's bedroom. They're sound asleep. Oh. Ellen, quick, take your necklace off.
I can't get it open. I never take it off. I can't even remember how to open it.
Hold still, this will hurt. Get up, come out here. Your names? What is your name? Henry Johansson, and this is my sister. Quiet! Let her speak for herself. Your name?
Lisa Johansson.
Oh, you have a blind child sleeping in the other room, and you have this blind child. Where did you get the dark-haired one? From a different father? From the milkman? Oh, maybe you got them from someplace else. From the Rosens? Kirsten Elizabeth, Anne Marie, and Lisa Margaret.
Okay, great job, Mr. Johansson. Thank you for helping us. So I'm wondering if you found or noticed something showing up over and over again. Hopefully you noticed Ellen's necklace shows up a lot in this story. And her necklace is a Star of David. And that up in the left corner is what a Star of David looks like. Do you know what that stands for? You probably know what this stands for. That's a crucifix. That stands for Christianity, for Catholicism. So the Star of David stands for Judaism. So somebody who's Jewish might wear that around their neck. Just like Ellen, she wears that necklace all the time because it stands for her faith. Just like you may have noticed, I wear a crucifix all the time as well. And I almost never take it off, just like Ellen. So this object shows up over and over in the story. And in fact, a little bit later after our puppet show, Ellen will ask, "Where's my necklace? What did you do with it?" And Anne-Marie will tell her, "I hid it in a safe place. A very secret place where no one will ever find it, and I will keep it there for you until it is safe for you to wear it again." My friends, why is it not safe for Ellen to wear this necklace? Why does Anne-Marie have to break it, literally rip it off of her neck and hide it in her hand? So think about this. When the soldier comes to their bedroom door, if he had seen that Ellen was wearing a Star of David necklace, he would have known that she was Jewish. He would have known that Ellen is not actually Lisa. He would have known that she was just pretending. And her life would have been in danger. The Nazis were gathering up the Jewish people and they were taking them away. They were arresting them. So Anne-Marie really saves Ellen's life here. She keeps her safe. She rips the necklace off and hides it in her own hand. So I'm wondering if you guys can help me make a discussion question. So this necklace shows up again and again. So next, to make a discussion question, we're going to write down the anchor question, which we have on our bookmark. The anchor question is, why does this show up again and again? Well, what is this? It's the necklace. So instead of asking why does this show up again and again, let's make it more specific. Why does Ellen's necklace show up again and again? Now that is a good question, but my friends, we could ask a way better question. Because, do you remember? If an object shows up again and again in a story, it's probably a blank. Do you remember what it is? Think about this. Think about the American flag. It stands for something else, right? Think about a crucifix. It's a cross and it stands for something. The Star of David, it's an object. It stands for something. We call those things symbols. Very good. So if we notice an object showing up again and again in a story, it's probably a symbol. And a symbol is something that stands for something else, right? The American flag is not actually America. That'd be ridiculous. Can you imagine how large it would be if it was actually America? When you see that flag, it stands for America. You see it and you go, oh yeah, America. When you see the Star of David, you should think to yourself, oh yeah, that stands for Judaism. So instead of asking, why does Ellen's necklace show up again and again, what if we ask, what does Ellen's necklace symbolize? Right? Like, think about all the things that happen to the necklace. It gets ripped off of Ellen's neck. What could that mean? What could it symbolize? What could it stand for that Ellen's necklace gets ripped off of her neck? I don't know about you, but I wear my crucifix around my neck because it is an outward symbol of my faith. I want people to see my chain and know that I'm Christian. But more so, I want them to know I'm Christian by the way that I love others. Right? So if I couldn't wear my necklace, if Ellen can't wear her necklace, I mean, is Ellen able to practice her faith? Is she able to go to the synagogue and praise God like she normally is? Of course not. What could it mean that Anne-Marie holds the necklace in her hand? I mean, when the soldier comes in, Anne Marie doesn't throw it out the window. She hides it in her hand, right? She squeezes it so tightly that it gets imprinted on her hand. Anne Marie actually has a Star of David imprinted on her palm. I mean, what could that mean? That's kind of a trickier question, right? There's no right or wrong answer here, but what do you think? What might that mean that it's imprinted on her palm? To me, my friends, and this is just me, you can think whatever you want. You can have your own interpretation. This kind of reminds me of Jesus and how Jesus had the stigmata on his hands, right? He had the marks, he had the nails that went through his palm. And just similarly, Anne Marie has this imprint of the Star of David on her hand. And I'm wondering, maybe, what if that symbolizes that she's willing to die for her friend? Do you remember how earlier in the book, Anne Marie asked, would I die to protect the Jews? Would I die to protect my friend? And she wasn't sure. Well, what if this is almost like this is Anne Marie's answer? Yes, I'm willing to die. I mean, if the soldier finds this in Anne Marie's hand, if she finds the necklace, Anne Marie could have gone to jail as well. She could have been arrested. Anne Marie's family is risking their life by hiding Ellen. Like, they're doing something very courageous. So I wonder if this is Anne Marie answering her own question and saying, yes, I would die for them. And maybe, Anne Marie hiding this star until it's safe. Again, maybe that's showing that Anne Marie would die for her friend. Maybe it's showing that the Jews aren't able to, profess their faith openly, but maybe one day they will when it is safe, right? She's going to hide it until it's safe. Maybe one day the Jews will be allowed in Denmark once the Nazis are gone. But that's what hope is all about, right? We're not sure right now what's going to happen. Though obviously, if you know how World War II ends, you do know what will happen. So, no spoilers. All right, my friends. I'm hoping that you'll echo read with me. Do you remember how to echo? Good. Hopefully you just echoed. So, on this next slide, any dialogue, anything that's spoken out loud is going to be green. And I'm hoping that you'll echo back and try to sound exactly how I sound. Okay, that's how you can get even better at reading, is by mimicking me, because I think I'm an okay reader. Your goal is to try to find an aha moment, okay? She listened while Papa spoke on the telephone to Uncle Henrique, telling him that Mama and the children were coming for a visit. It was a very puzzling conversation. So, Henrique, is the weather good for fishing? Then he continued, I'm sending Inga to you today with the children. And she will be bringing you a carton of cigarettes. Yes, just one, he said after a moment. Anne Marie couldn't hear Uncle Henrique's words. Oh, but there will be lots of cigarettes available in Copenhagen. If you know where to look, he went on, and so there will be others coming to you as well, I'm sure. But it wasn't true. Anne Marie was quite certain it wasn't true. Cigarettes were the thing that Papa missed, the way that Mama missed coffee. He complained often. He had complained just yesterday that there were no cigarettes in the stores. The men in his office, he said, making a face, smoked almost anything. Ew. Sometimes dried weeds rolled in paper, and the smell was terrible. Yuck. Why was Papa speaking that way? Almost as if he were speaking in code. What was Mama really taking to Uncle Henrique? And then she knew. It was Ellen. Did you notice an aha moment? Anne Marie realizes something here. She knew it was Ellen. What's it? It is the code, right? She's sending a carton of cigarettes, but there aren't any cigarettes. Actually, they're sending Ellen to Uncle Henrique. Did you notice a tough question as well? Maybe at the bottom. Why was Papa speaking that way? Almost as if he were speaking in code. Right? That's a tough question. And then Anne-Marie realizes the answer. Oh, this code is actually, they're talking about Ellen. Why would they be speaking in code over the phone? Instead of saying, hey, we're going to send Ellen and she's a Jew to you, Uncle Henrique, why would they say we're sending cigarettes? Well, think about this. What if the Nazis were listening in on the phone conversation? Then they would know that that Ellen is actually not Lisa, and that the Johansons are helping to hide Ellen. Very good. So that is why they're speaking in code. So once more, I'm going to have you help me make a discussion question. This is a skill that we're going to keep practicing, okay? So we found an aha moment, and we're going to write down the anchor question. So how might this realization change things? The anchor questions are on our bookmark. And what do we do to the anchor question? We make it more specific. Exactly. So who realizes something here? It's Anne-Marie. So how might Anne-Marie realizing, and what does she realize? She realizes that her dad is speaking in code. So how might Anne-Marie realizing her father is speaking about Ellen change things? Maybe it'll change how she acts. Maybe it'll change how she thinks about Ellen. Think about this. Now that Anne-Marie realizes that her father is talking in code, maybe she'll realize, oh my gosh, I need to be that much more careful when I'm talking about Ellen in public. Because if she lets even the slightest thing slip, Ellen's life could be in danger. All right, my friends. So one thing I want to show you, so Copenhagen, down here in the middle, is where our story is taking place. Now, Anne-Marie and Ellen and Kirsty and their mom, Mrs. Johansen, drive up to the northern coast of Denmark to Gilleleje. That is where Henrique lives. He lives in a fishing village, which makes sense because the ocean is right there. Okay, and Gilleleje, as you can see, is very close to Sweden. You can see Helsingborg, and you can see this landmass over here on the right. That whole land is Sweden. Now, do you remember what's interesting about Sweden during World War II? Was Sweden part of the Allies or part of the Nazis? So Sweden was actually independent. They were neutral. They were not involved in the war. So you might think, why would they go to Gilleleje, which is closer to Sweden? Okay, so I want to talk to you about your homework. Your homework is due on Wednesday. So you could work on it today, you could work on it tomorrow, but try your best to turn in your homework before Wednesday morning when our next class is, okay? Your homework is to read chapters 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so those chapters 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 5 chapters. And you're going to try to record at least 2 signposts, but record more, get extra credit, okay? And you can get bonus points if you create a discussion question. Lots of you guys have gotten bonus points. So really quick, I want to go to Google Classroom and show you the homework. So it's posted on the stream. It's also posted in classwork. You can see it's due Wednesday, okay? I'm going to click on it, and it'll pop up. And just like always, okay, I found an aha moment in chapter 12. Sorry, that's where page number goes. It was on page, 65. It was an aha moment, and Ellen realized ... Tell me what she realized. Oh my gosh, spelling, yikes. Down at the bottom, get bonus points. Make a discussion question, right? Remember, I have all the anchor questions down here, so you could just copy, highlight, Control-C to copy, paste up here. And make a discussion question. See what you can do. Impress me. And when you're done, please hit turn in. All right, so class is over. Please go to the stream and comment that you are done watching the video.